So Norman is a bigger city that is just kind of just a little bit south of Oklahoma City. So it would be kind of comparable to maybe like Bountiful and Salt Lake. And Norman is great. It's where OU is at, so that's super fun. You got the college influence there. People are stoked on football all the time. And OU is just a really fun campus. It's really pretty. The whole city is really pretty. It's a really pretty city. It's pretty clean for the most part, and I think that's why a lot of members like living there. It's just a really good, like, clean city that's big, that has the amount of like Targets and stuff like that. But Norman is really bikeable. That was my bike area on my mission. So it's a really like walk-friendly, bike-friendly place. Yeah, I think of OU a lot when I think of Norman. I was actually only there for a transfer, so for a month and a half, but I loved it. It's a great city. I think there's 4 wards. I think there's just the one stake. 4 wards or 5. No, 4 wards and a Spanish branch there. Just in general, in the Oklahoma City mission, you will always be assigned to just one unit. Because I know that's really different depending on the mission. And so you'll be assigned to either a branch or a ward, but that'll be your branch or your ward for that particular area. And then when you get transferred to a different area, you'll have a different ward or branch, a different unit. And so I always served in family wards. I never served in the singles ward or anything like that, but there is a singles ward for OU campus, and we had sisters there. There will usually always be sisters there, I think, because sometimes areas will switch out between sisters and elders, but nope, I just served in the family ward, and it was fun. I would say that it's more richer. I don't know. The economy is really, I don't know the economic level. I'm just sounding like an uneducated person right now. No, but it's pretty, there's some pretty wealthier areas in Norman. There's some nice homes, like upper middle class, I guess you could say. But just like any city in Oklahoma or anywhere, there's also, you have the extremes too of the other end. And so we got to see a lot of that as well. Norman is fun because there's a lot of missionaries in Norman. I don't know, it's just like the smallest zone in the mission, so you'll be around a lot of missionaries if you ever serve in Norman. And we oftentimes will run the stadium stairs for exercise in the morning, so that's really fun. There was an apartment complex in Norman that we had a recent convert who lives there. Well, he wasn't a recent convert, I'm sorry, he was a less active member. And he was divorced and he had 3 little boys, and it was the cutest little thing because this apartment complex was huge, but all the kids would just congregate like every afternoon after school and just play with each other for hours on end outside. And it was just really fun because whenever we would go to teach Dwight and his kids, that's the less active and his children, a lot of times all the little neighborhood kids would come too, and we would be able to teach them, and it's just fun. The chain reactions that you can have with that. That's one of my fondest memories from Norman.